Everybody, update on the greenhouse. So we're going to take a quick little tour through here and see what we got going on. So come on in, Katrina. So starting on the table here, these are actually our fig trees. I'm growing them in a little pot until they're a little bit more mature and hardy to plant them outside. I'm trying eggplant in here. I think right now I just have weeds, I'm not sure. So we'll see what happens in the next, I don't know, week or two, and if I'm going to replant them. On the rest of the table are varying stages of tomatoes. I don't know if you remember in the wintertime, we had some tomatoes that inside, they actually went to seed. And that's what these are. I'm growing all those up from teeny tiny seed. And then the other ones are from plants. So, come on in. So on the end here, we have our herb. This is oregano. I planted carrots, just small carrots, in these 4 bins right here. So the first 3 started coming up. The 4th one did not. So I replanted that one and did the same kind of carrots I have in here to get those to come up. And we'll keep working our way down. So we designed the top so that water would go through into the bottom, but we still have to hand water some stuff. So down here, Katrina, this I tried was a row of lettuce, 2 rows of lettuce, and it didn't come up. So I just replanted that. On the other side, you'll see is spinach. I got partial spotty stuff coming up, so I replanted the bare spots there. But that's spinach in there. Down here, we have Swiss chard.
My favorite.
It's coming in beautifully. Swiss chard and fried potatoes. That's
and it looks like rainbow chard. I see some different colors.
It is. And that's one of Katrina's favorite meals, Swiss chard and little teeny fried blue potatoes with Asiago cheese on top. Yummy, yummy. Under here we have our zucchini plant, which I just saw got its first little flowers on it.
Oh, I see them.
Yep. So
little
that's
tiny
starting.
ones.
And then in the corner of all 4 of these corners, I just planted some celery seed to see if some celery comes up. So down here, these are some strawberries that we got here in Montana. They're called, what are they called again? Laramie, Fort Laramies. And look, our first strawberry. That's crazy. So, all right, so we got that. So coming around the corner here, got a couple little things for herbs.
Around the corner.
We got sage and marjoram and parsley and chives. So
I can't wait to dry herbs.
Over on this side, we have a couple more of the Fort Laramies here. And then the rest of these, they were shipped out from Pennsylvania. So one kind that we had shipped from Pennsylvania worked, and one did not. Let's just check this. Oh. So the early glow bloomed. What was the other one called? Jewel or something?
Yeah.
They never even took. They just died when we planted them. I don't know what happened with them. And then we got some other herbs here.
Hey, hon, what's here?
Oh, pepper plant, and it has a little baby pepper on it. Look in there. Yep, under there. That's a green pepper.
Well, there's the pepper.
Yep, there's a couple
I mean, there's a bunch of flowers, so we're gonna get tons of peppers.
All right, so then down here we've got some thyme, and then I think this is my.
I think that's mint.
Chocolate mint. So, and I planted them separate because if I planted them anywhere on the property, they're just gonna go crazy and take off. So, keep that rolling, Katrina. We'll head outside around the back. All right, so back here, we've got oregano in this one and spearmint in the bottom one back there. The last 2 bins are broccoli, and then we got assorted lettuces here, which we're having for salads and stuff. Up on the hill here, we have 2/3 of the way rainwater collected in that tank there. That was from my Uncle Ross, who recently passed away, so thank you, family, for that. Then we got our other tanks here. 2 of them were the ones that had the paint in. Remember, we got all the paint out of there. There's a little bit down there on the spout, but that's not going to affect anything. So 2 of them right now.
So I do this on the camera, and nobody can see the paint I missed.
I'll go down here. So here's the paint that we got out.
Well, I just blocked it.
That's okay. So, but that doesn't affect what's inside.
See? No paint.
This one's
Need a
full
bigger
of
finger.
water.
There we go.
This one's full of water. This one we have had a spout issue, but it's ordered and it's down in town right now. But so currently we have 2 of these full and that one full of rainwater. See how far it gets us.
What's down there behind you?
Oh, come on down. So I built this little wall here. I'm gonna build a set of steps there to get up there as well. But I built this little wall here. It was kind of not being used for anything, so I put some cucumbers in here, and then these are
Spaghetti squash?
No. Butternut squashes. Put them in here. And if you feel like you want to try to get out here, or you want to cut and go to the other garden bed. You want to walk out?
I can walk.
All right. So we're harvesting rainwater here.
There's another rain barrel.
Also, this is about half full.
You like this rigging? You like this?
This is special stuff, man.
Well, wait. So the gutter actually came with the greenhouse, but the gutter system, then the downspouts, they didn't work for us.
No.
So we Kim and Patrina'd it.
Yep, we did. We did. Made it work. All right. So as you come out here, Katrina, I'm gonna have you turn around first. Hang on for the show. You're going for a ride. This is what it's like living in Montana, Buck and Bronx. All right. So in here, these are our blueberries. And right now I just refertilize them. That's why it looks funny on the top, but I was letting the last rainwater kind of soak in there. We also add coffee grounds to the top of it because blueberries are nitrogen-loving plants.
Thank you to the caffeination station for saving us a bunch of coffee grounds.
Because everybody told us you're never going to get blueberries to grow in Montana. So, well, we're going to see what happens when we find out. Okay, so we got a solar panel running our exhaust fan in the greenhouse because I think when I looked right when we went in, it was almost 100 degrees in there. So
it was a bit tepid.
Our compost has come along great.
It's growing nicely.
It is growing beautifully. I just emptied the shit slurry again, so that's fresh cow poop on the top there, and I just keep turning it, and man, it is beautiful stuff. So all of our compost goes in there. That doesn't go to the chickens or the bunnies. Everything else goes in there. All right, super excited. Chicken. There's chicken in my potatoes right now.
Okay.
Gray chicken in the back. Go on, scoot your butt out. All right, I'll get him out of there. Her. Okay, so this one is primarily blue potatoes and russets, blue russets. This one, sweet potatoes along the end. Our onion sets along there.
Your cousin Keena actually corrected us yesterday.
What?
Sweet potatoes won't grow in Montana. These are yams.
They're yams, whatever. And I planted beans in here along the edge, and they're starting to come up. So pretty soon...
Oh, there they are.
Yeah. Pretty soon, when these beans start popping up, then I'll train them to go up. They're in here, like different spots. There's beans. That's bean. That's bean. But I'll train them to go up the trellis, and we'll see how that goes. All right. We'll just keep walking, so we don't have to actually shut this off and just make it one continuous video. So let's go into the yard. As you can see, it's a beautiful day in Montana. I think our rain, though, is done. And now we'll have August, September, and October to hopefully make that water last for all of our stuff that we're growing.
Now, just for clarification, we do have well water.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We're just trying not to use the well water on the plants. We're trying to use rainwater. It's actually healthier. Yeah. The rainwater is healthier for the plants.
And we do still have some rainwater in our barrels around the house. We have to harvest that out and either use that up in buckets for watering right now or get it into the tanks. So over here, we planted 2 pear trees, and they're taking off like crazy, which is awesome. I was going to snip the suckers off, but they said not to do it in summertime. I got to wait until wintertime to do that.
It's too stressful.
It's too stressful in the summer. So we'll wait on that. All right. Over here, we got our raspberries. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good, healthy ones coming in. We had a couple strugglers, so I moved them to the back. So this one did get a little sprout on it. And then that one and that one they're still bare. And they say if they don't bloom and get anything on them by summertime, they're probably not going to make it. So those two probably won't make it.
But this one here,
we
just
thought
recently,
the same thing, yeah.
And then you got to look really hard, but that one there's got a little sprout on it.
And I put this cedar mulch on it to help keep the moisture down. And you see I've a cupped well around every single thing. I watered directly to the plants to make sure that we're not wasting anything. It gets in there, and then the cedar mulch helps keep the moisture in as well. All right, and here we are at our asparagus bed. So we've got 1 row of purple asparagus, 1 row of green asparagus, and then just for shits and giggles, I planted a spaghetti squash in here. I tried 2 in each one, only 1 took in that. I tried 2 in that one, and they both took. But then I opened up a spaghetti squash the other day that we had from wintertime, and inside of it, the same thing. It was starting to go to seed. Same way that, there's one more down there in the end. Same way that tomato did. So I brought the sucker outside and I stuck it in the ground, and that's what happened. That's from out of the inside of a spaghetti squash that was store-bought that I'm going to try to grow. So we got a couple things. We're hopeful everything will come up for us.
You have a really pretty backdrop right now.
Do I? Awesome. So our yard is still struggling. I've put seed down in this yard 3 times, but we don't get the rain that it needs, and I'm not going to run a sprinkler. That's just stupid and wasteful. It was hard because in the spring it was still too cold, so even though we got rain, it was too cold for it to sprout. So we just keep mowing what we got and seeing if it's.
We just like a little bit of grass for a little bit more in here for pinto.
Yeah. So that side of the yard's actually a little better. This side is pretty bare, but we're getting there. All right, so I guess that wraps up about what we're growing right now. We are going to go foraging for berries, probably in the fall. We know up on the hill when we were hiking up there, we saw some kind of berry. We just don't know what it was.
I have it marked.
Yeah, we'll have to go check it out. And then we have seen some wild strawberries that we just keep checking on. We know we have some wild roses here, so in the fall we're going to harvest rose hips and have those for some extra vitamin C. And we think we also have, what is the other berry? Salmonberry.
Yeah.
I think we might have a salmonberry bush that we located down a little bit, but
just gotta keep our eye on them.
The thing is, we got to beat the cows to them, and we have to beat the deer to them. So it's almost a daily thing where you have to get out and see if it's flowering and see if it's blooming, and if it is, man, we're fighting Mother Nature out here, you know. It's pretty cool. It's a humbling experience to live the way we're living and be challenged with the things that we are, but everything is provided for us. You know, we just have to put in the work and the effort and go foraging. And in the springtime there was actually an elderly couple that came in from town, and they were foraging for mushrooms. So Katrina learned from them for next year where we're going to actually go forage for chantel mushrooms and stuff.
No, morels.
So you know, we're constantly just learning and experiencing, but as the stuff presents itself to us,
pretty hawk up there. I don't know if I can get it on the camera, but
that we're gonna find it and we're gonna harvest it, you know. Besides what we're growing, and this is just a start to what we're growing. I mean, our plan next year is more beds like this in the yard to plant more things that we can start. We're gonna can our potatoes this year so that we can have them longer, because even if you have a root cellar, you chance spoilage for your potatoes. We definitely have to get more beans in, probably soybeans next year, so we can have edamame, purple beans, green beans, those kinds of things, extra staples. So, but we got a good start. We feel good with what we have right now, and like I said, it's a humbling experience when you can't and don't just run to the grocery store for stuff. You know, we're trying to grow it, hunt it, fish it, forage for it, and it's super rewarding. So I feel like it's making us better people all the way around. Yeah, the flies are horrible today, aren't they?
They really are.
Okay, I guess we'll wrap this up and work on something else. We got a lot of house projects done recently, so we'll do another video on that, and try to get everything done before we come back east in September, so that we're set and good to go. And then when we come back, it's hunting season as soon as we get back. So got a lot to look forward for this year. Very grateful for how this year went already, and doing a lot of prep for our winter to make sure our pipes don't freeze and we're ready to go. All right, like I said, let's wrap it up. All right, see ya. Cheers from the homestead. Love you guys.